Hello, everyone. How are you all today? Hi, Spidey. How are you? Just s- school day, so I'm here a little late. Hmm. Hmm. It's not my app, it's Charlie's app. Get that glare off my head. There you go. It's freaking weird. It's almost like shiny. Oh, it's a little bit better. Doesn't look like half my head is back in the wall. How is everyone? It says 10 people are here. Any new people here right now who never been here before? Please subscribe to the channel. I usually give it a little time for people to get here.
1997.
Oh gosh, I am a little sleepy and I got quite a bit of schoolwork. Which I'm like, I actually want to do it tonight, but I have to. It's like you have to do this. Like, I'm gonna stop waiting till the last minute for certain things. Hi Sean, how are you? I'm good. I'm surviving. Hello Mark, how are you? All right. Any new people today? It's very, very slow growing channel. No matter how hard I try to manifest a bigger channel, it doesn't manifest. Um, mm, 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 mm. Hi Zizi, how are you? Oh my gosh. Hi John. Doing all right. Trying to get my website finished so I could start using it for both of them, right? Oh yeah, thank you. Did anyone watch that whole video? Hey, he eventually he's going to um, turn it into a paid app. However, I think he's overestimating how well it's going to do. Right, since his show came on, his social media following has basically stayed the same. Like the people that are interested came in, and after it's just not growing. And he got a big boost from that, and yeah, I don't know. What do you think, John? He told me when he started to, he has no idea how many people are going to actually qualify and be able to do it. What do you think about that? I know he has a number of people in the trial. How are they doing? So I hear a source tells me that um, he's impressed by me, so that's good. But I mean, the app has to like people have to use it regularly, and like what we're able to do in people's heads, it's like even though he's like in clinical trials that cost a couple $1 million to run now, in people's heads, like this isn't something that um, um, very very rare, Spidey, isn't something that people could do. And Jonas can, but it's like, yeah, he's still stuck in the new age world. So yeah, thank you. I mean, what about other people on there? I mean, one, I hope he finds people. I mean, because I want the app to get the ideas that keeps running. I think, and Charlie and I cannot be there 24/7, and he gets worn out. I could do these all day if I wanted to, but because he doesn't, well, there's some reasons, but he gets. I think he's gotten better, but that it zaps his energy if he does too many. I just need to take a nap, basically, right? Mm. I mean, I feel very, very unseen. Doing misogi into the void. Misogi, speaking into the void. And I can't get it out of my head, too. Is when I was on Grim America, the host was telling me that there's a Korean guy who basically back in the 90s that basically saved his father's life. Um, when he came to the U.S., he thought like he'd have a line all the way around the corner up the block, but he just didn't have it. Like it was really slow for him. So, yeah. So I hope my guest Booker Pro makes a big difference. But yeah, like I always say, man, it is slow. Yeah, hearing that story, it's like, yeah, for sure, for sure. And it's like, oh man. It's like, and who knows where he's at now, if he's still alive, or if he's elderly back home in the Korean countryside. There's no way for me to know. That's not that reassuring, John. And also, too, like I look at Charlie's stuff, and it's like, he had this show, great, but it's been some years, and it was one season because I know for a fact people just figured it's just not something that people could do, and they probably thought it was staged. So it lasted one season, and throughout the years, it's like no one's even looked back at it. Who's not outside, who didn't go outside of seeing it that one time on TLC. There hasn't been many people rewatching it. That's normally how it goes with reality TV, right? People discover it once per platform, then they don't go back to it. And even with that, there's still people. Yeah, right. It's a stage show, and now he's doing things like clinical trials and things like that, and people um, automatically assume that it might be rigged, where the doctors are being something. They think there's like something wrong with it, even though what he's doing is very legit. With yeah, you know, even if he goes and does it for doctors in front of doctors, it's like all the other doctors. Well, I guess all those other doctors are crazy. It's like it's really really rough. And then there's a whole side here, like there's people don't know um, that um, I could actually do that paid thing. They think, oh, that's a neat spiritual thing here. and whatever consistency comes with that, people stay, but they don't recognize it. It preemptivates sickness, for example, and also pulls it away in pain, right? Like the app, for example, that we're doing, like it does pain, but it doesn't talk about other stuff that I can do, right? Like biological ailments. So even when people who are sick with that, they don't approach, or yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. So anyway, I know a lot of people watch this feed after, but no one talks. No one leaves comments. I'll tomorrow I'll come in and see that 100 people or 150 people watch these feeds, and no one will say anything in the comments, and I'll have like 12 likes on the video. I mean, it's like it's like put in some effort. Like, well, but I don't want a YouTube account. Google still might. No, they don't do that, man. After they keep if your account's not active for 3 months, if you don't log in, they delete it, or it might be 6 months. But I mean, like delete it off of um, they delete it off of out of existence. I mean, no one's that important. Right? Sure, the government spy on people, but I mean, I think people put way too much worry into what might happen because of that. And at the end of the day, there's not much you could do about it except hope that people around you see clear enough someday in the future not to participate in that so much. Because if you don't engage, people don't engage, there's no enforcement, right? But with that being said, too much to worry about. It's a door opener. The door is opening very, very slowly. Yeah, I said I was when I did the out of body stories interview last night or the day before. I did an interview with her. That should be going up hopefully pretty soon. I think I said she'll have it up by this weekend. Um, I so someone asked the Buddha, um, who created the universe? Where is it from? And whenever he answered questions like that, he always likened it to. He didn't really teach like metaphysical stuff because he didn't um, he didn't think it was more important than self cultivation. I'm not saying it might have been a little anyway. Um, his answer was always that it doesn't really matter because there's no way most people are going to be able to know for sure. And he likened it to someone being shot with a poison arrow and demanding who did it, where it was before taking any medicine. demanding who did it and what kind of tree it was made from and who sent the person. By that time, he'd already be with refusing treatment. He'd already be gone, and it's the same as asking those questions, right? So anyway, hmm, I digress. Liberation and um, self refinement, right? All right. Anyway, guys, are we ready? I don't want to keep you with my I guess it's ranting, but and I know some of you have just been doing this for maybe a month, a couple months, 6 months. I've been like doing this for some years now, and it's just like it's really moving along really slowly. So whenever I think something's a door, opening door, it is um, a closed one. A closed one that appears open. And as you try to pry it open so you can walk through, you realize it's not going to budge. But you're not sure. But you think that, well, if you do like a little bit more, maybe you could finally get it open. Until you realize that it's not going to happen in the way you want it to. And the only thing you do is go to the next door that that has almost the same characteristics, hoping that you get this one open, maybe because it's a little different. But but um, you realize it's not much easier, but still hold out for that chance. Anyway, you guys ready? Thank you, Animal. You're fine. Enjoy my perspective. I mean, man, and at the end of the day, there's things doing that to people um, to make them very rigid in their ways. And as time goes by, I feel like it, rather than people becoming more open-minded, although some people are. There have always been people that have been just as open-minded, even if they believe less stuff. They're still very rigid in their ways, and you cannot, yeah, you cannot really convince them otherwise. I mean, this app can have complete 5-star rating, and it'll still be at the pace it stays. You guys ready? I'm gonna work on someone on here while I work on you guys. Let's see, connecting now. Yeah, connected now. Oh, you can't see it all. Oh my gosh, bright screen. There we go. Connecting now. User found. So let's see. Dizziness, head, light sensitivity, vision, weakness. So I don't think I'm going to have much trouble with this one. So dizziness 7, head 6, light sensitivity 7, vision 5, weakness 3. It sounds like a light possession, actually. So let's get started. So start session, and everyone relax, breathe, get in the groove. Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamaruki, Kamaru minamikoto moshite. Sumemi oyekama. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaki no tachibana no odo no aogigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai do no okami tachi moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kairi yo. Harai tamai kiyomi tamai to masukoto no yoshi yo. Amatsukami, Kunitsukami, Yao, Yorizu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi, Kashikomi mo masa. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi tedashi kuni shizuka nari. Iza nagi no mikoto, Iza nami no mikoto, Mamari tame, sakie tame, Iza nagi no mikoto, Iza nami no mikoto, Mamari tame, sakie tame, Iza nagi no mikoto, Iza nami no mikoto, Mamari tame, sakie tame, Iza nagi no mikoto, Iza nami no mikoto, Mamari tame, sakie tame, Iza nagi no mikoto, Iza nami no mikoto, Mamari tame, sakie tame. Tokami, imi tamo, kangon shin, son nikandaken, harai tamai kiyame tamo. Yeah, I see the problem. Tokami, imi tamo, kangon shin, son nikandaken, harai tamai kiyame tamo. Tama yori hime no mikoto. So this is checking in on the app. Tagama no hara ni kamuzu mo arimasu. Kamuro mi no mikoto mo shite. Tsumemi oyakame. Izanagi no okami tsukushi no. Himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misoki harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Haraido no okami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kairi o. Harai tamai kiyame tamai domo sukoto no yoshi o. Amatsukami kunitsukami. Yao. Yorizu no kami tachi domo ni hikoshi basato. Kashikomi, Kashikomi, Momosa. Okay, not much change so far. Says not much change so far. Gosh, 5 minutes is not enough for this. Checking now again. Hope that made a difference. It's taking longer. That can actually be good. Still checking in. The session has ended automatically due to timeout. Man. All right. Keep going. One, breathe, relax. どうその神、アマテラします。すみみ神の御胸を伝えて教え導きの玉わけ。人はすなわち神と神とのもとのありじたり、何時らの紳士の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目にもろもろの風情を見て、心にもろもろの風情を見ず、耳にもろもろの風情を聞いて、心にもろもろの風情を聞かず、口にもろもろの風情を言って、心にもろもろの風情を言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろのノルは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花ゆりずのみとはなる。我が身はすなわち六根所女なり、六根所女なりがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり、ごぞの真君兄なりが、ゆえに天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなりが、ゆえに万物の霊動体なり、万物の霊動体なりが、ゆえになすところにごて成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名入賞、神奈川律、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。Breathe, relax, everyone.高めの晴れにかむずまります。生命神たち、家はらしたも、時すの水の宝持ちて、余っている国てるひけ雨のほ、あかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中つくにに、雨、下り、あう人ぐさ、沈め、収めよ。あう人ぐさ、および、よりずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、いくらいた沈めに起きて、御霊沈めの祭りをなして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木の木のと、火の火のと、土の土のと、かのかのと、水の水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。いのとふるべいろいろ、かく祈りせばまかるともさらにきなんとしとも。雨の神の御やみことのりかけとめて、雨の岩、船に乗りて、河内の国の川上の光る画面に天下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に 移しましまして月祭りとも名付けてイスの神の狼と申し立て祭り。よよ噛む宝を持ちて、やるずの者のために古べの神ごと持ちて、しかしなしと家の古の見た目の神と敬い立て祭り。生命みことおまだちおとろその神たけきを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、物のべの神のヤシの雨がした、よりずの者をたごいなり、いでんもとかむ宝は、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、へつ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるが石の玉、ちが石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、きのいきのと、ひのいひのと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひ、ふ、み、よ、い、む、い、な、や、こと、にのとふるべゆるゆら、かくいなりしばまかりともさらに、ひらんとしとも。雨の神の実をやみことのりかけいとまいて、雨の湯は船に乗りて、河内の国の川上の怒る神に天下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも名付けて、イスの神の狼と申し立て祭り。よよ噛む宝を持ちて、よりずの者のために古べの神ごと持ちて、かさなした家の古の見た目の神と敬い立て祭り。すめみことおまらじおどろその神たけきを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、物のびの神のやしろ雨がした、よりずの者のたごいなりいてもと噛む宝はいわゆる。きつ鏡、へつ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるが石の玉、ちが石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみ、よひむなやこと。にのとふるべ、ゆらずいら、かしたてまつることのよしをもちて、たいらけくきこしめすと、命長く、子孫羽、時はかきわに、守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり、人生寿命しにきかじ。And we have one more session. Hopefully this one will not time out. And hopefully this announcement goes away soon. Everyone keep relaxing. User found. Right ankle, right foot. Okay, 2 and 1. Tokami, Amy Tamo, Kangon Shin, Son Nikandake, Harai Tamai Kiyame Tamo. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamari tame, sakie tame. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamari tame, sakie tame. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamari tame, sakie tame. Tama yori hime no mikoto, 周りたまえ、先へたまえ、玉より姫の御事、周りたまえ、先へたまえ、高天張にかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、せめみ、おyeかむ、いざなぎの神つくしの、ひまかの、立ちぱなの、おどの、あおぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまえ清めたまえと申すことのよしよ。あまつ神、国つ神、や夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも申す。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおyeかむ、いざなぎのおかみつくしの、ひまけの、立ちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、おかみたち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまえ、清めたまえと申すことのよしよ。あまつ神、国つ神、やお、よりずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも申す。と神、えみたも、観言心、尊にかだけん、払いたまえ、清めたも。Checking in now.と神、意味たも、観言心、そうにかだけん、払いたまえ、清めたも。高あまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おyeかむ、いざなぎの神つくしの、ひむけの、とちばなの、おどの、あおぎがはるに、いそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまえ、清めたまえと申すことのよしよ。あまつ神、国つ神、や、やるずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも申す。 think it's going to time out again. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Oh, great work. Down at 1. Oh, last 2. Oh, it's at 1. Great. Tokami, Amy Tamo, Kangonshin, Sonikandaken, Harai Tamai Kiyami Tamo. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamaragi, kamarami no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oyekama. Izanagi no kamitsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigaharu ni isogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kaeri yo. Harai tamai kiyame tamai do masu koto ni yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yorezu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi, kashikomi mo maosu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamurami no mikoto moshite. Subemi oyekama. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagikahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kairi yo. Harai tamai kiyome tamai to maosu koto no yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yorezu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi, kashikomi mo maosu. To kami, emi tamo, kan gonshin, soni kandaken. Harai tamai kiyome tamo. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamri tamae, sakie tamae. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamri tamae, sakie tamae. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamri tamae, sakie tamae. Tama yori hime no mikoto, mamri tamae, sakie tamae. Tama yori hime no mikoto, Mamari Twae Sakie Twae Tama Yori Hime no Mikoto Mamari Twae Sakie Twae Tama Yori Hime no Mikoto Mamari Twae Sakie Twae. Okay, checking now. Kanagara Tamachiyamase. Kanagara Tamachiyamase. Kanagara Tamachiyamase. Okay, everyone. Looks like I was able to help that person, so that's good. I just wish I could have got a screenshot. It timed out again. Let me see if Charlie. All right, everyone, that's it. How was it? Mm. A little longer, thanks to the person on the app. Hope it wasn't too distracting for you guys. Thanks for that. I ain't sad. I'm just reeling that there's only 14 people here right now. I know more people do the replays. The majority do. It's fine. It's just like, you guys comment on the video when it's done. Like it. Like, there's 13 people here. I hope there's 13 likes at least. Say hello in the chat. No, not everyone does. I mean, it's okay. But engagement on YouTube matters. If there's no engagement, then even if like 150 people watch every single one, if no one's engaging, then it won't matter. And I can't get to other people so I can help them. It extends the reach greatly. John makes sure he comes and says something on all of my videos. I appreciate that very much because it really does help. And comments too, they're social proof. So when people see, the first thing people do when they hear claims in the video, they look down at the comments to see if anyone can verify. So, I mean, it's not the game I want to play, but it's still the game. And you sort of have to play it. Like my what happens when energy healing is tested blind video I just uploaded has 79 views, 19 likes. Okay, that's pretty good. But jump into the conversation. Things start, or let me see, how can I explain it? Things expand because there's a conversation going, and that goes to anything in public. If there's a public conversation about anything, people are going to follow their curiosity and jump in, and they're going to want to know about it. But if there's no one there and it sounds or feels dead, they're not going to want to participate. Right? Because people can, so if like it's easier to call one person not being authentic, right? But if there's a lot of people who are, verifying or saying the same thing, then more people are willing to at least listen. I've had people, I mean, I've been to fairs and conventions where I'm doing the healings for free, and it's not quite like Charlie's. People have to be participating. So when I say, one lady I remember going up to, I go, "Hey, are you in pain in any way?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm in pain." And well, would you like me to, take care of that for you? I do this thing. I explain. She says, "You can't. No, you can't. You can't take away my pain." She just walks away. And I had another guy who was in clear pain too. And I go, "Hey, man, can I help you?" He go, "GR in pain." He goes, "Oh yeah, I'm in pain. You can tell." And I'm like, "Well, can I, do anything? I won't charge you anything. Just sit down." And he's like so defiant. He so did not want to do it. He's like, "No, no, no." He just dismissed it. Because I have a small table in back and there's not much attention to it, and I don't have any signs or anything like that, because I always figure I don't need any. And it was true. Not that I had a car to transport all that stuff anyway, right? I was always catching rides from people. And it's like, you know, a lot of people are like, sure, I will pay and hold them. That's not necessarily true. You know, people have been scammed and for so long that they're numb to that. They're numb to anyone saying anything else, which is, like I say, another reason why I have issues, not just because of the dark stuff involved with it, um, with the proclamation of being, like being able to heal people, because and knowing full well that maybe that people don't know what healing looks like or is supposed to. So everyone's a healer and their mom because they're Reiki certified. And I think part of that system's designed to discredit. Because let's face it, it, I will say in the 60s, 70s, right, if I was doing this to people, right, like very few, like people would be more, um, people would be more receptive of it. They might not like to hear the Shinto stuff, but they'd be more receptive of it because not everyone and their cousin is doing energy healing, right? It's like, yeah, like my so and so did that, it didn't work, or it didn't do anything. I just thought, huh? And they said, oh, it's doing something, and the person doing it swearing it is. So they don't know what it's looks like. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's not even energy healing. I hate that term. Even the energy is just a conduit, right? See if someone else is on. Nope, no, no. Hmm. Or is that? I'm actually going to send Charlie that video. Well, I'm not sure I should, but I think he'll be okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. I was just talking without reading the comments. Hold on. Hopefully he's interested just because it's so vastly different than his. And and I'm looking at the people on his mailing list. They all want to know. He has so he left. He left a video saying, "Say email to anyone who wants to try out on the app." And there are 818 comments of people that are energy healers or say that want to do it. And if I click on one, I'm going to click on some of them. 2, 3. I communicate direct messages from Spirit, New Age. This doesn't say anything. Nothing. Psychologist. I choose Jesus. That's not going to work. Yeah, galactic and cosmic channeler, grid worker. Fastest nails. It's just interesting. Just there's no Eastern shaman, and I know they exist in Tibet and Korea. There's some in the outskirts. I don't know. What do you think, John? How many? And as you know, guys, is the inner. If people still lay there, and I say I'll be right back, the energy keeps going, right? It doesn't just stop when I stop. It's like it stops when the person's done, but not really, right? It still kind of goes. Soul activation. It's like I do know there's some people in India. Hmm. I think a lot of people are just commenting for the sake of commenting. Now my resident psychic's not taking a look. Oh, the 50's called the Tingler? Nice, John. Yeah, it never stops, basically. Yeah. And it's nowhere near where it's going to be, right? We are advancing. And thanks, John. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Make sure you keep your spaces clean, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Important. I'm not, I'm talking on. Well, no, I'm not. I'm talking to someone on freelancer because we're building the websites, right? We are building these websites, and well, I mean, animal thing. You have people. You have a lot of people here to talk to. Make sure don't just talk to me. Use the Discord too, right? I do not dress like a pirate. Self actualization, self realization is a thing. Anything else, guys? It's six time. That should be final. I don't know what you mean, but you're doing good. You're doing better than you were. Don't give up. I did not dream of Sherwood Forest. I was flying across the sea towards a pirate ship, dressed as Peter Pan, and they were firing cannonballs at me. And it had Dustin Hoffman version of Captain Hook because I liked that movie when I was a kid. Had a lot of dealings with the tax man. Try to clear space, John, or see if you could find anything trying to mess with you or trying to derail you. Because spirits like to use bureaucracies to either mess with people, slow them down, or shut them down. It's pretty common. That's part of the reason why I think I had to get out of the U.S. And they use drug addicted individuals also. Right. I am talking a lot today, huh? Yeah. You could just that fire, search around, see what you could find, any shadows or any weird looking things, and just focus the sun on burning it away, and it will. Just I haven't gotten that into that in the book. You're jumping ahead of everyone, John. Is Yeah, at a certain rate, that's what starts coming next. The freaking resistance, freaking tax man. Like the next book is going to have more than yeah, but you still have to act a little bit, right? Because you are a inker. You can't just expect everything. not being able to do anything. Yeah, try to stay away from um, that stuff. Animal. Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. So I guess I'll get going. Hey, John, how many people, before I go, you have to answer my question. How many people think are actually succeeding on this app of Charlie's? How many people are we going to be able to say, hey, we have this many? He's probably the most well known, like, capable healer. So I'm very, very curious, especially because I don't know if it's always going to be blind, but it's going to reflect on me. A little bit of my ego might be involved in that question. 70%. 70% are passing? Well, how many are there? That seems high. And are there a lot? And are any of them doing Reiki? I'm not asking you now. I'm still going to wait till you answer. I'm still going to wait for you to clarify that because I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's I'll see you all later. All right. Good night, everyone.